morning everyone, I hope you had a fantastic Easter weekend. I'm waiting outside of this new coffee shop in Unported. We're about to try it out, waiting for Charlie to turn up, and I've just tried connecting to their Wi-Fi, and the Wi-Fi name is #BringBackBlackGold. That's pretty cool. Alright, little table. This is the type of place you find in Australia. I gotta say, that is one of the most perfect flat whites I've ever seen. So just ordered a sticky toffee cake of some kind. It looks very nice, we're about to try it. We're also planning on a little trip, and we don't know where we're going to go exactly yet, but we're on Interrail website, and we want to do a trip across Europe and hopefully go across the world basically. But lots of planning still to do. One of my most favourite protein bars are now being stocked in my local Tesco. You can check them out. Tastes great. So I've been getting some questions from people in the comment section. With all the racing I've been doing recently, like why aren't I racing with my team, or like where's my team? Why aren't I racing with them? And it kind of goes back to the title of this video really, and how it's a bit complicated. We don't necessarily always race together. We're not always like you know, professional world tour teams and things like that where we'll always race together as a team. Sometimes at this level we will race individually, or as pairs, or as threes, or as fours, or whatever, especially in local races in the UK. So for those of you that are asking the questions, I know one or two of you aren't from the UK, so that will probably explain that to you. But yeah, it's been kind of like a complicated, slow start to the year. For me personally, I've just not been in good enough shape in my team's eyes, and they just wanted me to get some training done and some racing in the UK done, and to go from there really and see how I prepare basically. I've always wanted to ride the Tour of Yorkshire this year again. Whether or not I make that selection is another thing, obviously, because as of making this video, it's like only a week until the start of the race. So I'm optimistic about my chances of being selected for the team to race that. The only stage that really suits me is the last stage. It's really hilly. So yeah, this is just an open, truthful account of where I am at the minute. But the original plan was to do Klondike, which was the first round of the Elite Road Race Series in the UK, and of course I didn't get selected for that. And because the team was then going 2 days after that to the Tour of Laverack, which was like a 5-day stage race with big mileage in central France, I didn't get selected for that either, which I kind of thought would be really good for my preparation for the Tour of Yorkshire. But like bizarrely, and it's funny how things change around, that was like 2 and a bit weeks ago. That was back when I did Totnes, which those of you that followed the vlog, that was that 2-day stage race that I did with a hill climb and stuff. So I was obviously ill then for like a week or 10 days, and I've like come through that, and I took a week off through that. I've come through it, I've rested up, I've trained, and like now it's paying off. Like now my body's soaked it up, and I'm really starting to kind of make use of basically what I've done the last kind of 6 months since the start of my training cycle way back in like November. So where do we stand? Well, I don't really know, to be honest. I mean, I kind of know where I stand. I know the preparation I've done. I know what I've got in reserve. I'm pretty surprised to be able to do what I did at the Abergavenny Handicap on Monday. But yeah, it's I just need to like be sure of my fitness and my form. But yeah, just been shopping, picked up a load of things which I'm racing this weekend, and being we're a week away, I'm really dialing my nutrition now to make sure I'm optimally prepared. I'm fueling correctly in the last week build up to it, and just like making sure that kind of, if I am racing this weekend, which I am, just a small road race near Bath, that what I practice now will be prepared and I'm ready to take on if I'm racing next week at Yorkshire. So I'm up in Cardiff this weekend, and I'll show you what I'm actually eating this weekend. I'll go through a lot of stuff. I'll make sure there's a lot of in-depth detail, because we tend to not see it much anyway. So I'll make sure I go into deep detail about that, my food, what I bought at the shops, and how I'm like kind of half tapering for the next week. But I'll keep you informed. Look at my skinny little legs, and look at those tan lines. It's more impressive on the back. What do you think? Look at that, that's my scar from Canada. All the way down there.